You know what I've always wanted to do? Drill a hole straight through the bloody earth. Ah!
Are you out of your tiny mind, Hammond? That's not possible. The core is molten lava. We'd die in an instant.
Well, yeah, obviously, we wouldn't survive the journey itself. But imagine if we could send something through. A probe or a camera. Think of the scientific discoveries.
What makes you think this ridiculous contraption is going to work any better? Your last brilliant idea involving that modified Nissan Skyline, the nuclear power plant.
Because this time I've thought it all through. We'll use this beauty right here. A Renault Alpine Jet, fitted with the world's largest drill bit. It's got enough torque to make a black hole blush.
Torque? You mean the force that makes your head spin every time you open your mouth?
Yeah, very funny, May. But seriously, I've crunched the numbers with enough speed and the right angle.
What happens when we hit water, or magma, or God forbid, a pocket of methane that turns us into the world's most expensive fireworks display?
Yeah, that's where you come in. You are our resident expert on all things technical. I figured you could rig up some sort of, I don't know, shield or something.
Heat shield for a bloody car. This isn't Star Trek, Hammond.
Come on, May. Live a little. Where's your sense of adventure?
My sense of adventure died the day I agreed to work with you two maniacs.
Despite his reservations, James couldn't help but be drawn into Richard's madness.
But if we end up becoming human shish kebabs, I'm blaming you. And Jeremy.
Deal. Now let's get this show on the road, or rather, off it.
With a roar of the engine, they set off across the open field, the drill bit spinning like an oversized ice cream scoop.
You know what I've always wanted to do? Get out of this car before we hit 30 mf.
You're late for that now. Hang on!
As they accelerate, the drill bit begins to dig into the ground, sending up a plume of dirt and debris.
We're going to die, aren't we? This is it. The end. I should have stayed in bed today.
It's so dramatic. We've faced worse than this.
As if on cue, the car hits a bump, sending Richard flying out of the driver's seat and onto the roof.
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Yeah, I'm fine. Keep going.
With James at the wheel, they continue their mad dash across the field. The drill bit is now fully engaged, carving a deep trench behind them.
We're going to run out of fuel before we even get close to the center of the Earth.
Don't worry about that. I've got it all planned out. Once we hit a certain depth, we'll switch over to nuclear power.
Nuclear? You're insane.
Suddenly, the car lurches violently as they hit something solid beneath the surface.
What was that?
I don't know. Maybe it's one of those underground rivers you were worried about.
Before either of them can react, water begins gushing into the cabin.
Well, isn't this just bloody perfect? We're going to drown before we even get a chance to die from heat exposure.
Be quick, May. Hit the ejector seat button on your side.
James looks at him, incredulous.
Ejector seat? This isn't a fighter jet, Hammond.
Well, it should be. Come on, press it.
With no other options, James hits the button. His seat launches upwards with such force that he's propelled straight out of the car and into the air.
What about you? You're gonna die down there.
Yeah, don't worry about me. I've got this covered.
As James watches in horror, Richard activates another mysterious device. Suddenly, a powerful jet of air blasts out from underneath the car, sending it skyward like a rocket.
What on earth is that? And how did you manage to fit a jet engine in there without me noticing?
It's not a jet engine, it's just compressed air. But it works, doesn't it?
The car soars through the air, leaving behind a trail of water and debris.
You're completely out of your mind.
EB. But at least I'm having fun!
As they crash back down to Earth, the car skids to a halt just inches from the edge of a massive crater.
We did it! We actually drilled a hole through the bloody Earth.
I told you we could do it.
You're lucky we didn't kill ourselves. Or worse, actually succeed.
As they stand there, surveying their handiwork, something begins to emerge from the depths of the crater. A massive, glowing orb of pure energy.
What in God's name is that?
Have no idea. But whatever it is, we should probably get out of here before it decides to eat us.
With that, they turn and run as fast as their legs will carry them leaving behind the smoking wreckage of their latest adventure.